Welcome to the Lamborghini Huracán Performante. And this is Gordon.
Yes, sir.
From F-Spot. Now, if you guys watch cars on YouTube, unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard this guy. If you haven't, link below in the description. Go and check out this guy. Does some great stuff. Today, we've both spent the morning on track.
Yes, sir.
How have you found it?
Amazing. It just sounds
in one
fantastic.
word.
Yeah.
And now we've got the second half of the day on the road, which sort of arguably I'm almost more interested in, because I think you're going to spend 99% of your time
Definitely
on the road in these things. But on track, it's been out of this world. I've actually split my videos into two.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a road video and a track video, just because they're just so different.
Two separate things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so what are we in? Well, the name needs no introduction. We've seen this car was launched at Geneva earlier this year, and it was supported by what I would say was a controversial Nürburgring lap time.
Yes, very controversial.
You know? Absolutely. I mean, when that came out, pretty much everyone I knew was like, there's no way.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, having driven this thing on track earlier this morning, I can say I'm pleasantly surprised that it was wow. You know, it's a fantastic car. The biggest change for me, though, is the front end. Now, Huracans that I've driven in the past, the front end has been a little bit understeery. It would wash out a bit. Yeah, absolutely. Gotcha. But this thing, the front end on this is absolutely planted. We just conveniently found ourselves a lovely straight, so let's see what this thing's all about. Whoa! Yes, so it does not hang around.
Oh my goodness.
One of the number one things for me that Lamborghini do best is theatre. Like the drama and theatre of these things, even before you even step in it, just the way it looks is so cool.
Yeah.
You press start up, this V10 sounds fantastic. The overrun, I'm not sure if it'll do it. Do I have to put it into Corsa for that? Look at it.
There you go.
It's just it's such a lovely sound, isn't it? And they've nailed this gearbox. So the 640 naturally aspirated horsepower through this V10, which revs to 9,000, mated with a fabulous, as you can hear, twin clutch gearbox. I mean, it is rapid. The downshifts are absolutely out of this world. It spools up the engine so fast. And in Corsa, I'm thankful to say it isn't too violent. It still gives you a nice nudge in the back when you shift, but it's nothing like the single clutch days, which was like being hit in the head with a shovel. This is just a nice reassuring tap. But those downshifts, man, it just has me shifting when I don't even need to.
Yep.
I find myself playing it like an instrument, you know?
Yeah.
It's fabulous. Drove the very early Huracán, it had their first generation variable steering rack, which when you were going at slower speeds, it would get lighter. So when you're driving around town, etc., it was convenient then. The problem was that the way that they'd set it up in the early days, when you were approaching a corner, it would load up unexpectedly. It was a little bit unpredictable upon first turning where you're actually going to end up.
Gotcha. Really
Happy to say that with this, it feels all right. I can definitely tell it's still there, but it weights up well as soon as you start going a bit faster. So I would say the ride is stiff, right? The ride is really fairly jumpy. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not exactly on the best roads, but even still, I can tell it's got a sharp edge to it. But I would imagine as an overall package, the kind of car that you would do a road trip in, and then when you got to some tight, twisty alpine roads, this thing will be fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I find when I drive the Aventador, it feels a big car, but this, I feel confident threading it down what is quite clearly quite a tight road.
Very nimble.
Yeah. It feels light too. Now, they've actually only shaved 40 kilograms off this car compared with a standard Huracán. But whatever else they've done has, I would say, made it greater than the sum of its parts, because it feels really light on its toes, quite floaty. I don't know if I'm getting the right way, but this looks nice. So we were just having a chat about what we think of the forged carbon.
Yep.
Now, admittedly, it splits opinions, right?
Definitely.
Do you prefer it in the matte finish rather than the gloss, or do you just not like it?
Honestly, I didn't like it at the Geneva show.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if I'm convinced yet.
Okay.
Honestly.
Cool.
It might grow on me, but
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm kind of halfway. Like, so I don't like the gloss version. It reminds me of a kitchen worktop.
Right, exactly.
But the sort of matte satin finish pulls it off a bit better. I'm not sure if you can get that finish on the exterior or not.
Oh, okay.
And you also can't spec it without it. Like the exterior comes with it. It just comes
with
it.
Yep.
But it would really help if you could have it matte rather than that sort of gloss finish.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you can't, you could easily wrap it with like a matte PPF or something.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm not entirely sold.
Yeah. I just wish it was like an option, you know, like to take it off or leave it on. But
Yeah. But the interiors, I mean, for me, in Lamborghini, I like the flamboyance of them. I like that, because I think when you've got a supercar, right now in this day and age, we're getting to a point where these cars are so usable. Like, if you go back years, it was like, to get your supercar out was an event, but mostly because they were impractical and like hard work.
Yeah.
You know? Now, because these days they're so easy to drive, you would jump in them without thinking about it. I think they have to use other elements to make it more of a sense of occasion. And for me, Lambo does that, arguably almost better than most. Their interiors are so flamboyant, and they look rad, and they sound great. I mean, Lambos sound how most cars sound after you put a aftermarket exhaust on.
Yeah, exactly.
This thing sounds crazy from factory.
Yeah, it's stock.
And I love that. It's brilliant. Cool, so we're almost back at the track. So in summary then, G,
Yep.
we both want one.
I guess so, yeah. I guess the question is, what color do you want?
There you have it. Okay, so which color, what spec would you go for?
Ooh, tough one. Definitely some sort of shade of blue, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know which one exactly, but I mean, I saw like with the app persona, like the colors. Like,
Yeah.
They have every shade of blue. Every
The
shade
customization you can do is unreal.
It's everything, yeah. Anything you want.
So I actually really like this. The yellow's great.
Okay.
But I also love these new matte and satin finishes that they're doing.
Yeah.
So I'd probably lean towards a satin yellow.
Nice.
Like a matte satin yellow, black rims. I go satin forged carbon, so it's not too like blingy.
Yeah.
I think that go down well.
That'll be great.
Although you've got the California sunshine to go back to, whereas I have this like overcast sort of. Our Pantone in England is just grey.
Yeah.
So I reckon the brighter the car, the better. Just brighter your deck.
There you go.
Okay, welcome to Imola Race Circuit. Now Lamborghini have gone all out on this, and they've set up a little mock design centre within the Imola circuit.
And over there, this is the tape drawing. Something
drawing.
really tape drawing. You can also.
Oh wow, yeah, it is. Crikey, this whole thing is tape. I thought it had been painted or drawn.
Yeah, you can. This is a technology that is very, let's say, quite old, quite romantic, but it is
very
still.
cool work. It's very effective, huh? That's incredible. I honestly wouldn't have known that was tape unless he'd have just pointed that out. It's a really cool drawing.
So for example, I can demonstrate. It is possible to create a silhouette of a car very quickly. You can start here with the nose of the car, and then the typical front fender of a Lamborghini.
I can't believe they're drawing this in tape. It's amazing.
So for us, it's very important. You know, a Lamborghini must have the single center line.
Look at this. You can see it's taking shape now. Wow.
So even if I don't have the wheels at the moment,
Yeah.
you can create a silhouette. Very simple.
I'm not sure that it looks so good if I tried it, mind you, but
You can also try if you want. This is no
maybe
problem.
later. That's so cool.
This is really a technology that is. It seems old, but you can create something very fast. It is something really.
It's amazing.
So within a lot, you know. Doesn't take so long, yeah, but you can create something. And for this drawing, we will finish today.
All tape.
All this tape we are finishing today. Also the painting over there we will finish today. This is our concept here. We want to show.
This has been done in one day.
We just started this morning.
This morning?
2 hours, yes.
Okay.
And like I said, come back in 30 minutes or 1 hour or after lunch, and you will see it's continuing. Yeah, this is the concept. This is standing for the future.
Okay.
Lamborghini, but it is, in the end of the day, it is a sculpture of the Huracán. Yeah?
Sure.
But it is showing our design DNA very well. So, like I explained, a Lamborghini must have the single center line that was created by Marcello Gandini, a famous designer from Turin. He did all the cars of Lamborghini in the 60s and 70s. Then it's important also to have this proportion of the car, this extreme angle of the side window with the door.
Yes.
And also on this object we can, for example, I can demonstrate.
More tape. This tape's handy stuff, huh?
Yes, this is, for us, this is vital. For the designers, it's a vital thing. Because, for example, let's say this would be the Lamborghini of the future, so, and we discuss with the designer, or maybe we can change a little bit the body side. So with the tapes, we can discuss. You know, it's for us.
Interesting.
It's a cool.
So you use this as the sort of fundamental shape,
yes,
and then you augment it with tape to see how you could evolve it.
Exactly. So, for example, I could say, can we not try to make this surface a little bit bigger? So the modeler later, or the digital modeler knows, okay, we have to take 5mm maybe material down here.
Yeah.
Or we can, we say, okay, maybe the window line should be a little bit faster. So we can
pinch it down a notch.
Exactly, and then we can say, okay, let's reduce a little bit the angle here and make this more flat.
It's amazing. When you stand back, just by applying this tape, you can really see how that works.
The simple things are always the best.
This might come across like I sound really stupid, but I'm really